Welcome to Worldwise Visionary. Today, we're delving into Canada, the second largest country globally, nestled atop North America, surrounded by three vast oceans: the Atlantic, the Arctic, and the Pacific. This is Canada, the second largest country in the world, located on the North American continent, right above the United States, bordered by three oceans: the Atlantic, the Arctic, and the Pacific on all three sides. Canada and the US share the world's longest border between any two countries, stretching around 8,891 kilometers or 5,525 miles. What is more fascinating about Canada's geography is that 80% of the entire Canadian population lives within just 100 miles of the United States border, and in fact, 50% of all Canadians live just south of this line. In particular, Ontario, one of Canada's provinces, contributes significantly to the country's GDP, accounting for 38%. People naturally flock to areas with thriving economic activities, and Canada is no exception. Real estate, mining, and manufacturing dominate Canada's industrial landscape, with these sectors predominantly concentrated in these bustling regions. Real estate is a big part of Canada's money-making. Many things make it busy, like more people living in cities. People want homes and places for businesses, so the need for houses and buildings is still strong. This makes real estate grow a lot. But, as we'll learn, it's not always easy for the real estate market. Mining is very important for Canada's economy. Canada has lots of things in nature like metals, minerals, oil, and gas. People dig up and process these things a lot, and this adds a lot of money to Canada's total money, GDP. The manufacturing industry is also very important in Canada. They make many different things like cars, machines, and airplane stuff. This helps Canada sell things to other countries and gives jobs to many people. But there are some problems in these industries that can affect Canada's money. We need to look at these problems to understand Canada's money situation better. Now, let's dive into Canada's housing market, which has experienced a remarkable boom in recent years. Since the financial crisis, house prices in Canada have doubled, largely driven by increased consumer spending. Government stimulus programs and low interest rates in 2009 encouraged Canadians to invest in homes. However, because interest rates have gone up in recent years, a lot of people feel like they can't buy a house. In fact, a majority of Canadians who don't own homes have given up on the idea, according to a research poll. Immigration has played a significant role in sustaining the demand for rental housing, particularly among newcomers. Canada's housing market stands out globally, with its consumers nearing their borrowing limits. Canadians put more of their money into houses than into businesses. This preference raises questions about future job creation and economic diversification. For a healthy economy, business investments are essential, driving expansion and productivity growth. Canada lags behind the United States in terms of capital investment. While foreign direct investment from the US supplements domestic investment, Canadian companies often shy away from risk. Talking about Canada's economy, we must discuss its quiet competition with its neighbor, the United States. While this may seem like a diversion, it's not just because most of our audience is from the US and likes to hear about it. There's a real economic rivalry between these two countries. To make it clear, Canada and the US are close friends. They have open trade and similar cultures. But this closeness means they compete for talented people. About 45,000 Canadians move to the United States each year, while only around 9,000 Americans move to Canada. This happens because people often find better opportunities in the US, where they can earn more money and pay fewer taxes. This brain drain creates problems for Canada. It means there aren't enough skilled people in the country. So, Canada has to bring in skilled immigrants. This can be a good thing, but it also has some bad effects. One problem is that houses are too expensive in Canada. Prices have been going up for 20 years, especially in big cities. This makes it hard for businesses to invest in things they need, like tools and buildings. It also makes it harder for them to get money because banks and investors want to put their money in real estate instead of businesses. And here's the twist. The problem of expensive housing in Canada is making it even more tempting for skilled Canadians to move to the US, where they can make more money and pay less for houses. This situation is complex, and it affects Canada's economy in many ways. In a world where innovation drives economies, Canada's relatively lower investment in research and development and business activities affects its competitiveness. The income gap between Canada and the US is noticeable, with Canadians earning significantly less on average. Capital intensity, or investment in machinery and innovation per worker, significantly contributes to this difference. While Canada is abundant in talent, it's often underutilized, as many skilled individuals migrate south for higher wages. To counter the brain drain, Canada needs to prioritize entrepreneurship and innovation. Canada's economy historically depended heavily on natural resources, which hinders investments in other sectors. Oil and vehicle production, Canada's leading exports, face challenges, while the services sector experiences growth. Toronto emerges as a financial hub, yet innovation and creativity need fostering to maintain competitiveness. Canada's reliance on natural resources has deterred investment diversification into research and business activities. Despite its challenges, Canada remains a strong and stable economy with a low corruption index. In summary, Canada's economy is facing challenges. There are some big reasons why the economy is not doing as well as before. People spend a lot on houses, more than they do on businesses. Many skilled people leave for the United States, where they can make more money. Canadian businesses are often afraid to take risks. High housing prices make it hard for businesses to find affordable places to work. It also means they can't invest as much in their businesses. All these things slow down Canada's economy. Even though Canada is a nice place to live, fixing these issues is important to make the economy better. And that brings us to the end of our journey through Canada's economic challenges. We hope you found this exploration both informative and insightful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more engaging content. Thank you for joining us on Worldwise Visionary, and we look forward to having you with us on our next adventure.